Well said. Ah, that sucks. Just a little mistouch. So here, this ball, it needs a bit of practice, but you have full boost. Going up the wall with the ball, you can air dribble that ball towards net, keep the pressure on. Just that mistouch, you chipped it. Instead of waiting for the ball to land on your car and roll, you bumped the ball so it went back up. And then you don't have a good roll up the wall. So here, I have, I would suggest that you watch that video after. I have a video about rotations. And I have a situation like this where I mistouch the ball. And basically, beside the car, I have a text that updates every time I change roles. Okay? First man, second man, rotating, first man, second man, rotating type thing. And as soon as you mistouched, it's like if you had whiffed the ball, right? You can't do anything more productive with that ball. You need to rotate. Okay? You kind of did, but you rotated there. Your teammate wants to come there because the ball's going there, right? You need to cross the field, get to the mid, and get behind them. In the video, when I get this mistouch on the wall, it's different because my teammate is right here ready to play. So I just stay there. I make sure that I'm not in his way. He plays and I get behind him. But the idea is the same. In this case, because the ball's going this way enough, I would have taken the time to cross through mid. I remember people telling me to rotate through mid like that over and over again, and I was always thinking, but that's much too far, I'm gonna be so late. The thing is, what we forget is that 90% of the important play happens in mid, because the goals are in the middle of the field. So by being in the middle of the field, let's say your teammate decides to take a vacation and they take a shot on net, you can stop it because you're mid. If you're against the wall, yes, you're going to be further towards your zone, but you would never be able to make that save. Rotating through mid is invaluable. Well, obviously, if the ball is mid going this way and your teammate's there, don't rotate through mid. Okay? Like, don't take everything like by the book that I say it like to the T. Like, obviously, in that situation that I'm describing there, like you rotate around and you get behind, but your teammate should be able to block the ball if they're taking a shot on net. But in the case like this, we want to rotate through mid. Back here. You see, if you had put a shot on net, teammate would have saved it, but you see what I mean? Like the angle towards the net, like you can't help. You can't help on this ball. If you touch this ball, you risk putting it in your own net. And you end up being demoed because you're in his drive path. Following is great. You need to, yeah. So I think that the detail you're missing is the midline. When you're second man, should be you need to slow down on the midline. Like if you have time to waste as the second man, it cannot be on the other side of the midline, especially in GC plus lobbies. In gold, you can go park in front of their net and wait. Okay. But we're not there anymore. We're actually playing Rocket League. So I would want you to keep your momentum, but like go sideways on the line or turn before the line. And then depending on what you judge where the ball's going to go. I don't want to say don't cross the midline, because if the play is slow, you can cross the midline. But it's the line where you need to start thinking about, I need to kind of stay here and look what happens before I make my decision whether I play offensively or defensively. The midline should be like a red flag that pops up. Okay, I made it to the midline with a good spacing with my teammate. Do I keep the spacing? Do I slow down? You need to look a bit more what's going to happen next. Because again, you cross the midline, he gave you the ball, but now you're too close. So you turn. That's a free ball. It's just you keep moving up and then you get surprised by a touch like that. I want you to, like, I don't know how to explain it. Because if your teammate had air dribbled it in the goal, it was a goal. Good. If he needs a double tap, yes, he's going to need you there eventually if they don't have a quick clear. And if they have a bad clear, you need to be there as well. And if they have a good clear, you need to be in defense. You see what I mean? It's just by creeping up on the other side of the midline, it's like, see, that floater is so juicy. It's such a bad clear. So here, 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 and then you look at this, and then you move sideways, and then you attack this. Did you see the line that I took? Maybe I'll put it in 50, so it's gonna be easier for me to follow. So follow, 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 follow. Teammate doesn't have anything anymore. Okay, so blue guy's prepping up to hit it, and look at his car. He's facing this way. He's not going to be able to hit the ball this way, right? So I would start to angle my car a bit more this way and start going this way. And because I'm going this way and the ball's coming there, I can just keep on going and I can be first on this ball and it's basically open, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean to be further away. It's just, I see it right away when this mistake shows up, when there's a contact, when there's a challenge between your teammate and the other team, and the car's already turned. You see what I mean? It's not normal that before you saw where the ball was going, you already had decided to turn. And this is why higher ranked players are so fast on the field, because they don't pre-commit to something. They have a positioning. Hey, hi, Dr. Orange. They have a positioning that's a bit more flexible, so they can be offensive, they can be defensive, they can, you know. So there, you're going to be late on this ball. Well, not late, you got there in time, but it was free. You could have taken a shot. Idea was good. I have one question for you, Weaves. Who's gonna score? Your teammate can't score that. Even if you demo him, your teammate can score. Yeah, hopefully. Like, let's hope he's in position. Sadly he can't be in position. And just by the context, I know that's, to be honest, that's much more advanced. But if you want to see where my thinking goes when I'm playing, I need to go all the way back to here. Okay? Why can't my teammate score a goal in, I don't know, I didn't check the time. Suppose it's 10 seconds. Yeah. Why can't my teammate will be able to score a goal in 10 seconds? He's going off the wall for an air dribble. Therefore, he's going to land in their zone with 0 boost. He's going to have to reposition and get boost and then come back to score. You won't have time to do all of this in 10 seconds. So this is a rhythm issue. Okay? This turns out still has boost a bit, but he's still gonna go for boost. And then now he was in position. See when he got in position, now he had to turn because he can't get there in time, and he's letting you rotate. So in Rocket League, it's the same idea in threes, and it's a very important concept, and it changed my game when I learned that. There is, and it's even more important in twos, there's a rhythm that your rotation can bring to the offense. In twos, your choices are limited. You can play fast, then fast, but then there's going to be a dead time, and then you guys can play fast again. Okay? or you play fast, then slow to have a smaller dead time, to then play fast again. Okay, and this time is basically for this guy to get back here. Am I making sense? Because the normal cycle is you play, then you rotate and get boost, and then you play again. Oh, okay, you don't. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain it differently then. So when you look just at you, okay, you play, then you're gonna rotate and get boost, and only then you're gonna be able to play again. Okay, when I say play, doesn't have to be only one touch. Okay, it can be like an air dribble or a ground dribble and then flick and then double tap and whatever. It can be a bunch of different touches, but it's your turn to play, right? After you're done playing, you're going to be out of position and you're going to be out of boost. Okay, so you're going to have to rotate and get boost before you can play again, because it's not your turn anymore, because you're out of position and you don't have boost. Your teammate's doing the same thing, but if I take a music analogy, one beat off. Okay, so while you play, he's rotating and getting boost. Maybe I should have taken yellow. Okay, and when you rotate and get boost, he's playing. Does that makes more sense? Yes and no. Basically, when you play, your teammate is rotating and getting boost to be in position to play when it's his turn. The problem that we have in twos is that this action can be longer than this action. Okay? Because if you just hit the ball and you say, oh, I played, and you rotate and you get boost, there's no way your teammate had time to rotate and get boost, right? So that's what I mean by slow and fast play. So if I get back to my graphic where time goes this way, if you're, I put fast as the first one, but it could be whatever your teammate plays. I know. TP. Teammate plays. Even though it looks like toilet paper. Then, if you play fast, you don't give him much time to rotate and get boost. So there's gonna be we're gonna have to fill the timeline with a dead time where none of you two can go before your teammate can play again. But if we take the same example where your teammate plays, but then you make a slow play, then your teammate can play again. Yes. So this is why in twos, the second man tends to take more air dribbles and like take his time and fake and, you know, slow dribble and then flick and try to get the ball back again and stuff. It's that time. If we can do that when we're the second one in the cycle of attack, teammate can rotate, get boost, and he's going to be ready to play again. Okay, so that's the very long theoretical explanation of why when I asked you 10 minutes ago, sorry, who's gonna score this, it cannot be your teammate. Okay, if we if we keep this in mind and we rewatch the play, you're gonna get what I mean. Okay, so we start over here when we're in our zone. So teammates playing. Teammate plays, teammate plays, teammate plays, teammate plays, stop there. Now it's your turn to play. Okay? And basically what you do, you hit the ball and you rotate. And you're like, teammate, play again. I'm not there yet, dude. Just give me a second. You know? So here, because you couldn't shoot on net because you missed this opportunity, you would have had to try to get a controlled touch on that. A touch that you can get back to yourself. And it's why the play fast and demo play could not be a viable solution, because currently you're alone on offense for at least another 2 seconds by the time he gets boost and rotates. And that's why there's a lot of goals that get scored pre-GC and even in low GC where the second man just bangs the ball on the back wall as the second man. What happens? Your teammate can, like, making a pass to nobody, makes a pass to the other team, and then they score against you. Because see, your pass, even though you bumped this guy, and he's the guy who ended up getting possession of the ball anyways. So you made a pass, you bumped the guy, and he's the one who got the ball back because of the rhythm of the attack that you chose.